Welcome to the 1976 Spruce Meadows Masters, and this afternoon we'll be featuring highlights of the...
He got in bad trouble there. He lost his stirrups.
Whoa. Well, problems in the triple combination.
91, Ian Miller, and Big Ben, international champion. Canada is ready to do battle at home and defend its title in the BMO Nations Cup. In its way, the very best from 7 nations. The Dutch, the Swiss, the French, the British, Belgium, Brazil, and the United States. It's the BMO Nations Cup. Are you ready?
I hope so, Ian. This is going to be really exciting.
From very modest beginnings more than 4 decades ago, the dream was spawned. Spruce Meadows, now celebrating its 40th anniversary of championship sport, Spruce Meadows is firmly established on the world sports stage. And today, we bring you a highlight of the 40th anniversary Spruce Meadows Masters, the BMO Nations Cup. Hello and welcome to Spruce Meadows from high atop the International Ring on the south bank of Spruce Meadows. I'm Ian Allison, joined as always by John Garner for a global team showdown. We have the Olympic champions, the world champions, Pan American Games champions, and newly crowned European champions, all here to do battle. What a day.
Who isn't in a championship form here, Ian? I mean, Nations Cup, this is what makes, I think, this week so special. The classic Nations Cup, head-to-head, country against country. Forget all your individual prowess. You're riding for your flag.
This is an event steeped in history. Your countrymen, Great Britain, 10-time champions here, reigning Olympic champions. Haven't looked so strong this week, but they know how to show up on Nations Cup Day.
Well, they do, but, you know, let's be honest, they haven't shown up for a number of years now. I mean, how many years have we been saying? Looking to get their 11th. They've been close on a couple of times. Who can ever forget them, you know, the losing in the jump-off for Canada's first win. But, you know, I think they're up against it, Ian. They have not performed well this week, and there's some very strong teams in front of them.
We talk about Canada's first win, a memorable jump-off. Ian Miller against Michael Whitaker, 2006. Both are here today.
Yeah, they are. I mean, I think we could be saying that still in 10 years' time, couldn't we? But, you know, I think Canada since then has really matured as a show jump in power and have gotten very, very comfortable. And let's not forget, they are the defending champions.
That they are. A year ago in this very stadium, Canada jumped to only its second victory in the BMO Nations Cup. It's a day that will be long remembered in Canadian show jumping history.
It was just an incredible feeling to be a part of that Nations Cup. I relive that moment a lot every day, and I like to remember that feeling of, you know, accomplishing something that big. Just pushed me forward to be even better.
He told me after the event that he remembered watching the last time Canada had won, and I think he was something like 10 years old. And I told him that I was happy that he grew up, you know, because obviously he was the missing ingredient, the missing link. Doesn't get much better than that, double clear in the Nations Cup.
For him to do that in front of his home crowd here in Calgary, grandson of the founders of Spruce Meadows, what a proud moment for his whole family, for all of Calgary, and for our Canadian team.
Ben delivered a double clean. Tiffany and Ian both had a rail down, which, you know, you can survive in Nations Cups with one rail down as long as you get a sprinkling of clean rounds. We were fairly dominant, leading from start to finish. So dominant that Eric, you know, he was a throw-out scorer in the first round and didn't even need to jump in the second round. It's not often that you win a Nations Cup with Eric Lamaze as your drop score.
That's what team competition's about. When something goes wrong with one rider or a horse doesn't perform well, your teammate picks it up for you, and that day they really did their job.
Mark is a great leader. He's with us all the way, and even for him, you can tell, the Nations Cup here means a lot to him, and we never want to let him down.
With my team, I always feel like we're going to win. I just have that kind of confidence. And I'm always sort of surprised when we don't.
Team Canada.
However, in retrospect, especially with the history of Canada here, and there have been a lot of great teams and a lot of great riders that have not been victorious. So I felt that really in my second try as the chef d'équipe of the Canadian team to come through, that felt pretty good.
To do it in front of your hometown crowd, it adds a whole different element. It gives you a real sense of pride.
I had a lot of history with Ian Miller riding Nations Cup, and I know what it means to him here. For me, it will stand out as one of the greatest moments for Canadian show jumping.
To be able to win and to do it with these guys, and we wanted to win. And winning here means a lot.
There's definitely a lot of room left in the trophy case that I'd like to fill, but it was a huge milestone in my career.
It was epic for Canadian show jumping. Epic.
Certainly for Mark Laskin in his storied career, that would rank up there with one of the most memorable moments.
No question. I mean, we know Mark for a long time, really good friend of ours, and I was thrilled for him. It's a tough act to follow, Torchy Miller, what he did prior to. But you know what? Again, I think he's steering a real solid course. Reigning Pan American champions, let's not forget that, Ian. And I think he just has that knack of being able to get his team to peak on team day.
People talk about the ageless Ian Miller. That indeed he is. But Mark Laskin rode with him in the Masters back in the 1970s at the 1980 alternate Olympics. Yep. He's got history too.
Yeah, he does. And you know what? It's important to Mark. I mean, you saw his response about winning. How it was no mistake how he hoisted the BMO Nations Cup last year. That was the Stanley Cup for him as a lifelong Edmonton Oilers fan, and I did say that on air. But, I feel really happy for him because he knows the history and he knows how many Nations Cups was he on in this stadium where they had no chance.
Team Canada looking to defend. Who will they have to get through?
Well, I think the team that everyone has to get through right now, doesn't matter where you go in the world, is the team in orange. The Netherlands, led by Rob Aarons. Look, Jeroen Dubbeldam is not here for sure, the reigning European and world champion. But that does not diminish their team one little bit. He comes here and he plans to win. They will be ready. They will forgo everything to win on Nations Cup Day.
An extraordinarily strong field. 8 nations. Brazil for the first time here in the Nations Cup.
Yeah, I think that'll be an interesting one. I think if I'm handicapping who's not coming back in the second round, Brazil and Great Britain might be my two favorites. But you know what? Watch out for the red, white, and blue of the USA, Ian. They really haven't put a lot forward so far. McLean Ward won one competition, but McLean Ward, Beezy Madden, Todd Minikus, Georgina Blumberg, they'll be strong.
The BMO Nations Cup from the 40th anniversary Spruce Meadows Masters. First round action when we return.